Hello, YouTube. This is Keith Kevin Kent. How you doing? Hope you're doing well. It's time again for another pocket dump deconstruction. Hey, it's Friday. It's Friday. I'm a grown man and I just yelled out it's Friday. Can you believe it? Been working all my life, working in the job that I love. But man, I love weekends better. Anyway, TGIF, you guys. Thanks a lot for joining in. Let's take a look at our pocket dump deconstruction. That right there, what you see right there, I'm going to put into my pockets. And today, I think I did it last Friday or the Friday before. I'm going all small. I want to be light as I hop from pub to bar to a restaurant tonight, to sitting outside on my balcony smoking my cigar. How about that for plans? You know, it's not gonna solve all the problems in the world, but it's gonna make me happy. Anyway, let's talk about the pocket dump. What you see in front of you, well, I threw all my stuff on my desk. That is my desk, by the way, that you see me taking all the photos on. Made it all purty and nice. Took several pictures that I'll post on Instagram around lunchtime. I always forget when I'm out eating. So it's around 12, 1, 2-ish. So you'll be able to see the picture that looks pretty much like this on Instagram at Keith Kevin King. Come join the feed. I promise to show you a bunch of knives, a bunch of groups of knives, a whole bunch of stuff. I start with a snapshot of my first cup of coffee, a couple of knives, and a cigar. And then we go on from there. And I usually end talking about this video, basically, on Instagram. Late at night. Instagram's where I post my first photos when I get mail calls. So come join me. Enough about Instagram. Someone said I talk too much about Instagram. And you know what? You're right, I do. So let's talk about this. It's Friday. Today's the tag. By the way, if you're new to watching this video, it's first time finding this video, we do this every single day. It's called the Pocket Dump Deconstruction. This is Keith Kevin Ken. It's Keith Kevin Ken. I'm Kevin. Keith Kevin Ken, two brothers. One 2 years older, another 2 years younger. Keith older, Ken younger. And I named this in loving memory of both of those brothers. Let's see, what are we talking about? Oh, that's the tag watch. I just love it. It's my Sabinza of the watch world. Oh, man. Hello, Sancho Panza. That's my Cuban cigar for today. People say, why Cuban cigars? I have other made cigars too. But man, I'm on a big Cuban cigar kick these days. And why? A cigar. Well, cigars are great. They help me think. I sit, take a sip of something, and slowly smoke a cigar and just enjoy it. I can't wait. That's celebrating Friday. No meetings on this Friday. Usually I do myself in, or someone else schedules meetings for me, so it's a rare one without meetings, and that's good. I can actually get work done. And then the day moves so fast when you're working, doesn't it? That's my Schoen pen. This is the all-tie version of the Schoen pen. Man, I haven't opened this up for you in a while. I just love the Schoen pen. There's something about a guy, you know, I work in an office. There's something about being in a meeting. You pull out a titanium pen, a big titanium pen, open it up. Whew. Says a lot about a man or a woman who opens up a wonderful USA made titanium pen, Schoen, S-C-H-O-N pen. One of my real thin Mont Blanc wallets. I like the thin wallets and a pad. You know why? Because I can fill up my pockets with more stuff. Man, oh man. Yes, I'm crazy. I just feel good. It's Friday, and it's payday Friday for me. I'll tell you. Something else. The coin today, man, did I just do this? Maybe I did another lunar year coin. This is the Australian lunar year coin set, the Chinese lunar year. This is the year of the rat. This is from 2008. All for good luck. Grandfather always carried a good luck coin, a silver coin. Of course, his silver coin was a silver American dollar. Hey, we don't do that anymore. No, we don't. So I carry just silver coins from around the world. One to remind me of my grandfather and the times I had, because that's what I remember, him and his silver dollars. Oh. I filled this with scotch. Let's talk about the knives in this carry. I told you they're all small. The biggest knife is the Small Inkosi. I also have a knife that got away. And this is my Coach pad with my bootleg Coach paper. Looks exactly like the original stuff that I bought. I bought boxes full of it because when I buy something I really like, I know that I'm going to keep it forever. I mean, my son and daughters, I have 2 daughters, 1 son, and my 5 grandsons will have a lot of stuff to pick around and have. So let's talk about this, all right? The knives. I'll tell you where it started. It started with the Insingo, the Inkosi. Why did I say Insingo? I've been thinking about that word for some weird reason. The Inkosi, the Small Inkosi, and I'll talk about that when we get to that knife. But that was the first knife. The keychain knife is just a wonderful classic keychain knife. Yes, the Ladybug from Spyderco, a purple FRN scales. That's fiberglass reinforced nylon scales. Yeah, I call it fancy plastic. I know it's a lot more than that. But man, I just love this. So lightweight. It's a great material. Spyderco uses it a lot. It's got that bi-directional grip to it, so it's nice and grippy. It's also very thin. It's hard to mess with this stuff as well. And the blade, look, fat Michelin Man hands, and I can handle a blade, this little blade, like it's nothing with that Spidey hole. To me, that's amazing. It's okay to get a small knife. It's okay that, you know, it's got a great knife for a keychain or around your neck, or to just drop in your pocket, or drop, you know, in your purse. It does not have a clip. And you know why? Because it would be stupid to have a clip on a little knife like this. But to do that, and then I have a fat guy that's probably got the start of arthritis in his fingers, can open with one hand. Oh, man. Just a nice utility blade. I know it's a small blade, but man, Spyderco's known for their mighty big knives, mighty small knives. What is it called? Mighty big small knives. This is just a wonderful knife. It really is. VG10 steel, 1.9 inches of blade, just enough to get a lot of things done. It's funny, today on payday, I always get up early and I'm on all kinds of sites looking if there's some new knives or a knife that piques my interest. And I saw a couple of people wanting to sell super blue man bugs and ladybugs. You know, I don't have the super blue. I don't know if I want it with the prices, but man, I was thinking about these ladybugs and I just had to pull one out today. I love the ladybugs. The man bug is just like this, except a fatter in width blade and fatter handle. But oh man, I like this. Perfect keychain knife. That's the Spyderco Ladybug, nice and purple. You know, this really is becoming one of my favorite knives. It just is. It's the Spyderco Vrango. You know, I haven't talked about the maker because you guys know my pronunciation and my memory skills are really lacking in this. But I tell you, I carry it so much. I love it so much. I just have to do an early morning tip of the hat to Michael Henningsen. Henningsen. Oh man. Swedish custom knife maker. This collaboration with Spyderco, it has to be one of the biggest surprises for me this year. Was it this year or late last year? Definitely one of the biggest surprises, and a knife that I just really love. I just do. Remember, I like smaller knives. I work in an office. I like gentleman folders. I have a lot of big knives. You saw me carry the Chris Reeve 25 yesterday. I have a lot of big Spydercos. I like knives. And when I'm at home, I'm using them on, boxes and stuff. I'm not a heavy user, again. But I love a good gentleman's folder. And you know what? This right here is a quality good gentleman's folder. It just is. Man, again, 2.5-inch blade. Great S30V steel, which I really love. I love that blade shape. Kind of a recurve on the bottom. You get 2 points, and then you have that tanto blade right there. So you've got this thing where you can almost, when you're cutting, I don't care if it's rope or anything, that kind of catches up where it moves out like that. You've got that flat surface. Oh man, I just love it. And look how pretty it is. You not only have the S30V steel, you not only have that wonderful shaped blade, but then you have this titanium, this wonderful smooth titanium. And what they did a couple of things. First, they put this carbon fiber in the middle. It not only looks nice and pretty, it actually looks pretty. That's how pretty it is. And it gives you a little bit of traction. Again, you're not going to be cutting down trees with this thing. And then you have this titanium. The shape is great. Now, you know me, I love a good choil, especially a forward choil, and this doesn't have it, doesn't have jimping. Again, it's a gentleman's folder, but man, my fingers still feel very comfortable. I like this 2-finger swoop in the handle. Gives you that third one. And then with the flatness, you just lay it there. Of course, it has a place for the lanyard. What I like is how they anodized the titanium in blue, and they did it twice. First, you have this nice silky blue, and then you have, they went back in and do the edges. Look, they pull out, so they have a backspacer, a titanium backspacer. They let it go long to form the lanyard hole. And then what they did was they put it through again to get this darker. Even did it with this, look, the satin, and then the darker on the flat side of that. And you see it all around here. Just a great job. The fit and finish is unfrickin' believable. As I go on, I have a lot of liner lock knives. As I go on, I'm not that thrilled with liner locks. Fat fingers, one reason. And sometimes they're just difficult. They really are. This one, of course, is flush with the scales and still just easy to come out. Man, this is a wonderful knife. I've spent so much time on it, folks, because it's just a great knife. It really is. Thank you guys. I go through the cases and try to do all the different combinations I can that I feel good about carrying. If I didn't, I could see me grabbing this and one of my 48 one of my 48 Chris Reeves every single day. Last minute, because I just love this thing. I do. Okay, enough. But thank you, Michael Henningsen. Hey, look, who am I? You know, it's not like I got a billion people watching, but you guys are watching. That's important enough. I want you guys to know that this is a wonderful Spyderco knife. You don't see people talking about this a lot on YouTube, and I know there's a lot of hard carry guys and a lot of custom guys, and so you miss these quality pieces in between. That's why I like this channel. These are production knives, but man, what a great knife. I love it. But I started with the Inkosi this morning. Actually, I started with this Inkosi in the middle of the night. I tossed and turned, got up, came in and played with it. I went on my iPad in the bed, and then I just got up and played with it. It was because I haven't seen a large Inkosi available. And I keep telling you guys, once it comes. But I gotta tell you, I got up to play with my Inkosi because of this fact. I love this knife for the size of it. It's a little bit smaller than a small Chris Reeve Sebenza 21. It is a little bit smaller, a couple of tenths of a point smaller. I just told you how much I love small knives. I love my Chris Reeve small knives. And because the Sebenza 25 didn't have a small Sebenza 25, this to me with the 244 choils, with this blade shape. By the way, Inkosi in Zulu is called the chief. The chief. I say Zulu because all of the names used by Chris Reeve knives are Zulu. That's his native language. He's South African. But anyway, the reason I got up and thought about it was I got paid today, and I was thinking about a knife, and I'm looking through all the knives and everything, and I was thinking, man, he still hasn't released to his distributors. He released a couple of them at Blade Show, so we've got a chance to see it. But Chris Reeve haven't released a lot of large Inkosis to his distributors. At least I haven't seen one yet. And so I'm going through and I'm looking, and I'm stopping at every Chris Reeve Sebenza 25 going, is this it? Is this it? It's this it. And I have to tell you guys, there is a wonderful, I didn't write down his name, but I'm sure if you search on YouTube for large Inkosi, it'll come up. A great video. I really like the guy. I should give him a shout out. But go ahead and look at this video where he has a Sebenza 25 and a large Inkosi that he got from someone who was at Blade Show. And he takes them apart. But he says exactly, everyone says it. So what's the difference between this and a 25? He takes it apart. And the big thing is this huge washer that Chris Reeve had put into these knives, both the small and the large, which is great around the pivot, which is different than the 25. The other difference, I thought he had just done this because this was a smaller knife, but even on the larger one, you see the clip? The clip, I should have brought out another one, but usually it's straight along the lock side. These clips are angled in. Now, I've never had problems with Chris Reeve's clips with the lock, with the integral lock at all, ever. But again, when remember, he had the classic, he had the regular Sebenza, he did the classic Sebenza, he did a Sebenza 21 on his 21st anniversary, Sebenza 25 on his 25th anniversary. So he is constantly improving this knife. And the Inkosi is an improvement on the 25. Now, whether he keeps distributing the 25 or not, it is an improvement. So he wanted to move that. There's something else that's different, but also the washer. I get it. But the fact that I own 48 of these, I love Chris Reeve knives. I don't know, guys, if I'm going to buy an Inkosi. That's not a big thing for you guys, but it got me up at night. I went and got my Inkosi. And you want to know something? For me, I'll probably change my mind once I see it. The knives are a little bit less expensive than 25s and stuff, but this is the perfect size for me. And if I have to, the only way you'll know that it's an Inkosi is me going, it's an Inkosi, it's an Inkosi, it's an Inkosi. Or when I'm carrying it, someone says, what's the knife? And I go, Inkosi. And I go, isn't that a 25? No, it's an Inkosi because of, I'm not sure. I'm not sure. So that's why I got up to get my Inkosi. And then I said, I've got to carry it. I love it. I know, long story. Most of you guys are like, enough, Kevin, enough. But hey, this is all about why I'm stuffing my pockets with this stuff. And the Inkosi is going to be the rage when it starts hitting all the distributors. And I might buy one. I don't know. I don't know. I might. And when I do, you guys in the comments remind me, oh, I thought you weren't going to get the Inkosi, but it got me up early. And that's what a crazy knife guy does. But I love this Inkosi. Man, I love it. I just hope he does a lot of inlaid Inkosis and all kinds of stuff. And maybe I'll wait for the variations on the plain Jane large Inkosi and pick up my large Inkosi then when he does micarta or something inlay. Anyway, that's my carry. It's a small one. Did I tell you about the small Inkosi? I talked so much about the large one. The small Inkosi, 2.8 inches in the blade. And remember, the small Sebenza 21 is around 2.9, over 2.9. And so they're close. But this is smaller, but man, it's such a nice size knife. Of course, all tie. Hey, yesterday I carried I carried a 25, Sebenza 25. It's the exact same as this, except smaller in length. S35 VN steel. Man, I'm excited about Friday, number one. And then I'm very excited about this very small carry. But man, is that a pretty carry or what? It's just a nice carry. There you have it, folks. That's what I'm stuffing into my pockets before I run off late to work. That right there, when it was all purdy, that's what I'm taking pictures of, and I'm going to post at Keith Kevin Ken later this afternoon around noonish or 1-ish or 2-ish. But you know what? This ain't Instagram. This is the knife that got away. Every time I pick up the Vrango, and I told you I would every single day, I also think about the Mnandi because I love me some Mnandi. I can't wait again. You know, when Blade Show comes out, everyone gets things ready for Blade Show because that's one of the biggest, you know, U.S. blade shows, knife shows around. And so you get the large Inkosis, a couple that they sell there. Chris Reeve also talked about 4 new wooden inlays. I cannot wait. I'm waiting for these distributors to come out. Of course, when I'm broke, all of them will have them, and everyone will grab up the great Menendez. I'm looking for Mnandis. What is wrong with me today? I always butcher it. Mnandis. I am looking for the new Mnandis. So I'm looking for 4 more Mnandis once they come out. I love a Mnandi. Also, probably the small Sebenza 21 inlays as well. Oh, man. What a wonderful knife. The Mnandi is Chris Reeve's gentleman's folder. Look at that clip. One of the best clips around. It looks great. Even on Chris Reeve's website, he has someone wearing it like a tie clip. That's how fancy it is. It's just nice. All tie liners. Of course, this is a Chris Reeve integral frame lock. Even though this snake wood is partially covering it up, it is an integral frame lock knife. Oh man, I love it. 2.75 inch blade, and in this case the blade is basket weave Damascus. Is that a pretty? I love basket weave because of that tight bunching that it has to make the pattern. And man, look at that ridge of the knife. The spine of the knife is just unbelievable. Yes, tie liners. Just a wonderful knife. I think it's a perfect gentleman's folder knife. I just think it's perfect. And so you can see where I went, man, maybe I'll get one of my Mnandis. That would be a perfect knife. But I went with the Vrango. Love the Vrango too, but man, this is just a nice knife. It really is. This is the knife that I can see my youngest grandson carrying long after I'm gone. You know, I love it. Anyway, that's the Mnandi. This is the knife that goes. Look, I got all sentimental about the knife I'm not even carrying today, but I'll carry it another day. That's the Mnandi, folks. And this is the carry and the knife that got away. This is another pocket dump deconstruction. Thank you, you guys. I'm so happy you're there. Don't forget to thumb this up. Why would you hit that thumb button? What does it do, Kevin? It just, man, it's the engine that makes me keep going because I know that you guys like the video. So thank you for thumbing up the videos. Literally, it just keeps me going. Thank you for commenting. I know I'm always late and then I'll respond to all of them. I read every single one of them. You guys have been so kind. The people who add information, thank you. Someone said, oh, you're doing another Sabenza. Is it every day? I have been on a little Sabenza run, but you know, I have 48 of them. And sometimes when I'm not that happy about going into work, it's budget time or whatever, I fall back on my Chris Reeve knives. You know, with 48 of them, I can still get a lot of variety, but still have that great Chris Reeve carry. But I'm listening to you guys. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to subscribe. We have a number of new members. Thank you very much for joining and watching. But subscribe. Once we hit 1,000, I want to do my Spyderco. What did I call it? We're going to do a Spyderco party. I really want to do that because I want to sit down with all the Spydercos. Yes, it's about me. And go through the research. I also collect Spyderco catalogs. Go through the research so that I can give you a little information. It's going to be about 400 knives. It'll include all the fixed knives as well. It'll include any of the new knives. Man, Spyderco needs to start releasing some knives. They're promising like more than 10 knives, more knives, and I haven't seen one. I'm waiting for them to release these new knives. This is the year I've kind of committed to buying all those knives so I can share with you because I think it's an epic year. It's their 40th anniversary. But anyway, enough rambling. Please subscribe. Let's get to that 1,000 subscriber level and let's do that wonderful Spyderco reveal. You guys, you have a perfect day. Keep those pockets full. Hey, please have some fun. Spend a couple of minutes just having fun. Goodbye.